Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I'm Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I will be fighting a 1,000-point battle between my Genestealer Cult and Harris's Vostroyans. So, the story that we've got going on here is that the Vostroyans were deployed on this planet, an icy planet, in anticipation of a splinter fleet, Hive Fleet, that had been making its way towards this sector. So they were deployed on this planet to try to bolster the defenses of the planet in case the Hive Fleet made its way to this planet. And as they deployed and as they set up their defenses, getting ready for the Tyranids to come in, they suddenly had an uprising on their hands where the workers and the local Planetary Defense Force started to rise up against them. And they realized that it was, in fact, a Genestealer Cult insurrection that had risen up against them to try to prep the planet for the arrival of the four-armed gods. So that is the story that we've got going on here. We are going to be playing the No Mercy mission. So basically just kill points with First Blood, Slay the Warlord, and Linebreaker. That's what we've got going on. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the two armies that are going to be fighting it out today. So for the Genestealer Cult, I'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off the detachment, we have a Patriarch, a Primus, and a Magus. We have two 5-man Acolyte hybrid squads, one with a Lash Whip and Bone Sword, and the other with a Heavy Rock Saw. We have a 10-man Neophyte hybrid squad with a Mining Laser. We have a 5-man Aberrant squad with Power Picks. We have a Cult Armored Sentinel with a Las Cannon and Sentinel Chainsaw. We have a Goliath truck with a cache of demo charges. And last but not least, we have a 10-man Pure Strain squad. And for the Vostroyans, he'll be running an Outrider detachment, a Vanguard detachment, and a Fortification detachment. Leading off the Outrider detachment, we have a Lord Commissar with a Plasma Pistol and Power Sword. We have a 10-man Infantry squad with a Heavy Bolter, Flamer, and the Sergeant has a Chainsword. We have a 1- and 2-man squad of Armored Sentinels, all kitted out with Las Cannons, Hunter Killer Missiles, and Sentinel Chainsaws. And we have a Lehman Russ Demolisher with Demolisher Cannon, Las Cannon, Heavy Bolter Sponsons, Hunter Killer Missile, Track Guard, and Auger Array. For the Fortification detachment, he'll be running an Aegis line. And then for the Vanguard detachment, leading it off here, we have a Company Commander with a Power Fist and the armor of Graf Tashenko and a Primaris Psyker. We have a 10-man Infantry squad with a Heavy Bolter, Flamer, and the Sergeant has a Chainsword. We have a Company Command squad with a Medic, a Grenade Launcher, and 2 Snipers. We have a Ministorum Priest with a Chainsword and a Las Pistol. We have a 5-man Rattling Sniper squad. And last but not least, we have a Lehman Russ Punisher with Punisher Cannon, Las Cannon, Heavy Bolter Sponsons, Track Guards, Hunter Killer Missile, and Auger Array. All right, so those are the armies going over deployment now. I've got my Sentinel back over here. I've got my Goliath truck. Inside there are the two 5-man Acolyte squads. I've got my 10-man Neophyte squad over there. And I've got everything else is in Cult Ambush. So 5 and 5. Going over deployments for the Vostroyans. He's got pretty much everything over here. We've got the 2 infantry squads. We've got the command squad. We've got the commissar. We've got the Ministorum Priest. We've got the Primaris Psyker, and we've got the company commander over here. We've got his Punisher Lehman Russ over here. We've got the 1-man Scout Sentinel squad over here. We've got the Demolisher Lehman Russ here. We've got the 2-man squad over there. They deploy as one, but then they now count as 2 separate units. And then back over here behind enemy lines, he's got his Scout Snipers. Not Scout Snipers, the Rattling Snipers. So that is the deployment. As of right now, Genestealer Cult will be going first, unless he can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6? No, doesn't get it with a 1. So, the opposite of what he needed. So, we will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 1. This guy stood still. This guy moved up 12 inches, his normal move. These guys just moved up over into the building there. And in from reserves came my Genestealers and my Patriarch. They rolled a 5 for the deployment and then rolled, he moved like, 4 and 5 inches? 5 inches, I think, up here. Oh no, 6 inches. 6 inches up. So yeah, real close, pretty nice. He rolled a 6, so he just dropped in and then ran over to there. These guys rolled a 5 as well. In the end, the Primus got to re-roll for him. So then they went there and they moved another 2 inches up, and then he moved 4 inches up. So they're over there. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so starting up the psychic phase, he is going to use mass hypnosis onto his Punisher tank. So looking for a 7. Oh, not getting it. And I am, yeah, I'm not going to try that again. And now he's going to cast Might from Beyond onto the Genestealers. Oh, I'm going to spend a command point on that and get it with a 7. You want to try to deny it?
Deny with primary cipher.
Cool. Looking for an 8. No, don't get it. So they have Might from Beyond. And that's it for the psychic phase. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting it off, the heavy stubber from here is going to fire into his front squad there, and then the twin autocannon is going to fire into his Leman Russ. So he moved, so it's going to be hitting on 4s. Hitting on 5s because he moved. Sorry. Oh, I wish it was 4s. All right, so 3s to wound. Got 1 wound. AP nothing.
4 up safe.
Yep.
Line the Aegis line.
No, 1 dead. And now the twin autocannon is going to fire into his Leman Russ there. So 5s to hits. No, nothing there. He is going to fire his last cannon into the Leman Russ Punisher. So hitting on a 4. Ooh, nope. Now this squad's going to fire. The guys with the autoguns are going to fire into the Ratlings. Because he's got the tiny models, we determined that they could just both see each other over that wall there. Yeah, they've got their step stools with them. And then the mining laser is going to fire into his demolisher over here. So we're going to start off with the mining laser, hitting on a 5 because he moved. Nope, no hit there. And now they're going to go with the autoguns there. So we've got 9 shots from them, hitting on 4s. Okay. Wounding on 3s because he's toughness 2. All right, that's cocked. All right, so we've got 3 wounds.
All right. Ratlings are stealthy, so
yep.
you get +2 out of cover.
All right, +2 for the cover. So looking for 4 up saves. 1 failed.
2.
The Magus is going to fire into here with his auto pistol, hitting on 4. Hold on. Yep, that's a hit. Wounded on 4. That's a wound with full force. And that is a save. And the Primus is going to fire with his needle pistol into the scout the armored sentinel over there. So hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 6. Show me that full force. No, nothing there. And that is going to be it for the shooting phase. So we will come back to you with the assault phase. All right, so starting off, these guys are going to charge into both of the sentinels over there. So here comes his Overwatch. We'll go with maybe the las cannons first.
Las cannons. I'm going to go ahead and drop the hunter killers as well.
Oh, he's going to do the hunter killers as well?
I want to make sure that they get to shoot him.
He wants to try to shoot him. All right.
Black dice las cannon, gray dice hunter killer.
All right. So the black dice are the las cannons, gray dice are the hunter killers. Looking for 6s. Getting 1.
Hunter killer will hit.
So that's strength what?
Strength is 8.
8. So wounding on 2s. Yeah, 2s. All right, so that's a wound. AP -3. 1 second. All right, so that's just going to go straight through. So D6 damage.
5 damage.
Rolls 5. So one of them is dead. And now they are looking for a 7-inch charge. I'm going to spend a command point on that. Oh, come on! All right, so now my pure strains are just going to charge into his sentinel there. So same thing. Nope, no hits there. So they need a 3-inch charge, and they are way in.
Everything at the.
And now the Patriarch is going to charge into the Demolisher. He's going to spend 2 command points on defensive gunners, which means he gets to hit on 5 up. So which is first?
Demolisher cannon.
Demolisher cannon.
Gets
2 shots. 2 shots. Hitting on 5s. No hits there.
That is unfortunate.
Las cannon.
Yep. Las cannon next.
No hit. Then we've got heavy bolters, right? So we got 2 heavy bolters hitting on 5s. 1 hit there. So strength 5, wounding on a 5. Oh, wounding on 4, sorry. No wound there. And then we've got hunter killer. Do you want to shoot that? Yes, he does. That does hit. No, does not wound.
I will command point.
He's going to command point that. No, still does not move. Our command points are not treating us well today. All right, so his charge distance is in. All right, so starting off the fighting phase, I'm gonna activate my, activated my pure strains first. So they came in and consolidated, so they are within an inch of him, and so that they are within an inch of them. One guy is not gonna be able to partake in the carnage up here, but that's okay, I'll take that. So they have 10 guys in the squad. So that means that they have 4 base attacks, plus they got off Might from Beyond. So now they are going to have 45 attacks going into here because only 9 guys can get into there. So 45 attacks. We're going to do 25 first, then we'll do another 20 if necessary. They've got +1 to hit because of the Patriarch being there. So looking for 2s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. And now looking for 5s or 6s. All right, we'll come back to you with, oh no, we can just do it right here. We got 2 6s and 2 5s. Ooh, not that great. So we got 2 6-ups, 2 4-ups and 2 6-ups.
So 4-ups. Failed both of those.
Failed both of those. Those were the 4-ups, and then the 2 6-ups. Failed both of those. So down 4 wounds. All right. So now the other 20 hitting on 2s. All right, and I'm gonna count. All right, and then these are going to be wounding on 5s and 6s. Ooh, we got 2 5s. So 2 4-up saves. That makes one of them. All right, so now the Patriarch is going to attack into his Leman Russ there. So we've got 6 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 2s. All right, so that is all hits. Wounding on 5s and 6s, re-rolling because of monstrous rending claws. All right, so we've got 2 wounds so far. Oh! Oh no! So yeah, that is these are AP minus 6 and 3 damage each. So yeah, he did. Does he explode? No, he does not. So yeah, that is first blood. All right, so here comes his attack now, coming from the Armored Sentinel into them. He's got 1 attack hitting on a 4. No hit. So now the Leman Russ is going to attack in. He's got 3 attacks hitting on 6s. No hits there. And now the guard squad that I drew in here is going to attack back. He's got all but 2 guys that made it into range that can attack. The priest is within range of them giving him +1 attack, so he's going to have 17 attacks coming in here, hitting on 4s.
And wounding on 5s.
All right, pretty good.
4s and 5s.
Yeah.
Should have been for that.
All right, and then these are now wounding on strength 4, so toughness 4. So looking for 5s to wound. We've got 2 wounds. All right, 2 5-up invul saves. No, failed them both. All right, so that is it for the fight phase here. At the end of the turn now, we've got the morale phase. The Ratlings lost 1 guy. Their morale is 5, so 5 plus 4 is they're good because they lost 1. Sorry, not 5. 1 guy lost. So 1 plus 4 is 5, and they are good. If they rolled a 5 or 6, they still would have lost, even though they lost 1 guy. So that is it for the Genestealer Cult turn here until turn 1. Pretty good. Could have been better. Could have been worse. So I will take losing that 1 Leman Russ. That's good. I'll take that. So that is it for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 1. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Vostroyan on turn 1. All right, movement for the Vostroyans here on turn 2. These guys stood still. These guys shuffled up over this way. His Leman Russ stayed there in combat. This squad stayed in combat. These guys shuffled up too, right? A bit? A few of them shuffled up. Did the heavy bolter guy shuffle or no? He did not. He stood still. These guys stood still, and he stood still in combat. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so his psyker there is going to cast Smite onto my pure strains, going off. So D3 mortal wounds.
Are you gonna try to deny?
Oh, I can deny. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, I am going to try to deny. So looking for a 9. Nope. Wow. That would have been a perils.
I think at that point,
yeah.
the psyker was encouraging though.
Exactly. Not because of D6, right? D3 mortal wounds. Ooh, 3 mortal wounds. That's brutal. All right, so that's it for psychic phase. Into the shooting phase, we're going to go to orders. He's going to order them with, what's it called? Repel the enemy, which is the new Vostroyan specific order that goes into here. It allows them to fire into the enemy that they are engaged with. So he's going to go with the flamer first. So D6 hits, 2 hits.
I am going to command point.
He's going to spend a command point on that.
I am committing to
He's committing to kill these pure strains. Oh, hey, there we go. Well spent.
Finally worth
There we
it.
go. Strength 4, right?
Yes,
So looking for 4
4.
to wound. Whew. Okay, we got 4 wounds. 4. 5 up invul saves. Make 2 of them. All right, now the heavy bolter team's gonna fire. I got 2 hits. Strength 5 looking for 3s. No wound. Sergeant's throwing a frag grenade. That is a hit.
That's actually 5.
Oh, frag grenade. I'm sorry, frag grenade. So 5 hits, 5 shots. So that is 1 hit.
Only 1 hit.
Strength 3, looking for 5 to wound. That's a wound though. 5 up invul. No, failed. All right, and now we've got 14 las gun shots going in there, hitting on 4s.
I'm still thinking the previous edition.
Yeah. All right, pretty good. Wounding on 5s. No, nothing there. All right, so now the sentinel, first sentinel's gonna fire last cannon into him. No hit there, and the second one, also not a hit. So now we're gonna go to the command squad here. The grenade launcher is gonna fire into my Goliath truck. The 2 snipers are gonna fire into my Magus, and then the medic is gonna try to heal the one guy from this squad over here. So the medic first, looking for a 4 up. Yep, so that guy is back. Now the 2 snipers are gonna fire at the Magus.
3s.
Looking for 3s because they're veterans. That's cool. So it's 2 hits. Strength 4, toughness, toughness 3. So looking for 3s. Got 2 wounds. All right, we got 2 armor saves. So he's in cover there. So it's going to be 2 4-up saves. And I make them both. Woo! And now the crack grenade into my truck. That is a hit. Strength 6. That's a wound. AP minus 1. All right, so he's got a 4-up armor and he's got an AP minus 1, so looking for a 5-up. Nope, that goes through, so D3 damage. So it's 2 damage, so I've got 2 rugged construction saves, so looking for 6 up. Show me them Phil versus. No, All right, so now this squad here is gonna get the order to bring it down, which is re-rolling 1s to wound, and it's because they're Vostroyan, right? Because they're Vostroyan, they get additional range on their weapon, additional 6 inches on their weapons, the range there. So they are going to be firing into my aberrants over there. So we've got heavy bolters hitting on 3s, or hitting on, not hitting on 3s, hitting on 4s, right?
Yes.
So 1 hit, no wound there. And then we've got 7 las gun shots because he brought back the guy with the medic. Alrighty. These are going to be toughness 4, so looking for 5s to wounds. We got 1 wound, AP nothing. So let me see what their save is. All right, so they've got a 5-up save. Nope, goes through. So 1 takes a wound. Now his ratlings are going to fire into my squad in the building there. So these are going to be hitting on. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. Oh no, they're wounding on wounding on 3s because it's strength 4. So hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, and the 6 is 1 mortal wound. So that's 1 mortal wound and then 3 armor saves. They have a 5-up armor, but they're in cover there, so it becomes a 4-up. So 3 4-ups, and I make 1 of them. All right, so his ratling's scarpered down over here, getting out of line of sight, and which is probably a good thing. That is it for the shooting phase. So on to the assault phase. His commissar is going to charge into my Magus. So I'm going to fire Overwatch with my pistol first, looking for a 6. Oh, with a 6. Strength 3, toughness 3. So looking for a 4 to wound. No, of course not. So here comes his charge. This is looking for 7 inches, and he gets it in. All right, so starting off here, it's going to be the Lord Commissar. He's going to be hitting on 2s. Oh, all hits. Wounding on 4s.
Because it's strength 3 in the teeth.
Yep. Oh, ouch. No wounds. That is rough. All right, so now he's going to activate his guard here. So they've got 22 attacks. Oof, that's pretty good. We'll come back to with that. And now looking for 5s to wound. So we've got 1 wound.
1 wound.
All right. So you got 1 wound, 1 5-up invul save. No, don't make it. So that is 1 dead. All right, so now I'm going to activate my guy here. He's got 3 base now because there's less than 10 with him being only the 1 guy. And he is going to attack into the Sentinel, but he does have +1 still from Might from Beyond. So we got 4 attacks, hitting on 2s because of in range of the Patriarch there.
Okay. Sentinel only has
Oh,
1
he's only got 1 wound left. Do I spend a command? I'm not going to. Oh, that's rough. All right, so 1 hit, wounding on a 5. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spend a command point. I really want him dead. No, of course. All right, so yeah, that's it for the Genestealer. And he's gonna activate the Lehman Rust now, hitting on 6s. No, nothing there. And then the Sentinel?
The Magus.
Oh yes, that's right. I forgot, I get to go with my Magus. All right, so he will attack back with his Force Stave. So I've got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Okay, got 2 hits, wounding on 3s. Got 1 wound, AP -1. He's got a 5-up invul. No, goes through. D3 damage. Ooh, you're gonna spend a command point? 1 second, we'll figure it out. No, he's not gonna spend his last one there, so here we go. Looking for D3 damage. Whoa, 2 damage. And now the Sentinel's gonna attack at the Pure Strain. That's a hit. That is not a wound. So he's gonna spend a command point. Yeah. That is a wound. All right. 5-up invul save. No, I don't think they made a single 5-up the entire time. So he is, yeah, he did. All right, and that squad back there has to take that's it for the fight phase. So moving on to the morale phase. My squad back there lost 3 guys, so 3 plus 5 is 8. They are good because their leader is still there. So that is it for the Vostroyan turn 1 here. So man, it's been a crazy first turn. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 2. All right, so into the movement. At the end of the movement phase, he stood still. They stood still. These guys disembarked from here and moved up, and then he moved up behind them. The 1 squad with the rock saw is still inside. Patriarch moved around here, stayed 1 inch away from him. It's a little wobbly over there, so he may look closer, but he's not. He's an inch away. And these guys moved up over here, and he stayed in combat with the Commissar. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, starting off the psychic phase, my Patriarch is going to smite into the Sentinel there. Going off with a 9. Would you like to die? He's going to let it happen, so regardless, he will be dead, regardless of the D3. Does he explode, though? Oh, yes. He does! That's not great.
Good and bad.
All right, so he blew up. Within 3 inches, you get 1 mortal wound. So his squad here is going to take a mortal wound. So he's got that guy there, boop, and he takes 1 mortal wound, and then I take 1 mortal wound. But I've got the Warlord trait, ignoring wounds on a 6-up. So looking for a fill first. No, do not. So I take 1 mortal wound. All right, now my Magus is going to cast Mass Hypnosis onto his Punisher over there, looking for 7. Getting it with 11.
Boxcars.
No, the opposite. If that was a cast, he'd have been dead. But yeah, so that goes off. So he is -1 to hit. He's also got no overwatch, and he's got whatchamacallit. Last has to be chosen last, but I mean, whatever. All right, so that is it for the psychic phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Starting off the shooting phase, the unit inside is going to use the cache of demo charges to attack into the Lehman Russ over here. So he's got Assault D6. So 3 attacks, hitting on 4. Hold on. Yep, hitting on 4s. So we got 2 hits. Strength 8. So looking for 4s to wound. Got 1 wound. AP -3.
6 up.
So 6 up. No, goes through. D3 damage. 3 with a fill face. Sorry, I should have also let you know that the auto cannon is going to fire into the Lehman Russ, and then the heavy stubber was firing into the squad over here. So we're going to go with the auto cannon, hitting on 5s because he moved. Okay. And then we'll just go straight into the heavy stubber into the squad over here. No, okay. All right, now this squad here is going to fire into the squad back there with their auto pistols. So we got 4 auto pistols hitting on 4s. All right, so we got 2 hits. Strength 3, toughness 3, so looking for 4s to wound. We got 1.
And I'll get a 4 up.
4 up. No, goes through. And now he's going to fire his last cannon into the Leman Russ over here. So we got hitting on a 4. Hey, that's a hit. Wounding on a 3. I'm going to spend a command point on that. Yeah, there's a wound. AP minus 3.
Am I in cover?
Yes, you do have cover. So,
5 up.
looking for a 5 up. Oh, there you go. All right, these guys here are going to fire into the Sentinel up here. We're going to go with the mining laser first. That is not a hit. And then we've got 6 auto gun shots. All right, so it's 2 hits. No wounds. And now the Magus is going to fire his pistol. No hit there. All right, and that is it for the shooting phase. On to the assault phase. The Aberrants are going to charge into both Sentinels over there. So the last cannon shots. No hits there. Their charge distance. Oh yeah. Now you roll the high one. Okay. And then the Primus over there is going to charge in. Yeah, he's in. The Patriarch is going to charge into his Leman Russ because he's got the hit mass hypnosis. He can't fire Overwatch, so his charge distance is in. And now these guys are going to charge into this squad over here. So the Flamer first. 4 hits. Strength 4, toughness 3. So looking for 3s to wound. 1 wound. AP nothing, right? So 5 up save. No, 1 dead. Frag grenade. So 3 attacks. Nothing there. Heavy bolter. Nothing there. And then 13 shots coming in here. So we got 1 hit.
4.
No wound. So their charge distance is totally in. And now the Primus is going to attack. He's got 4 attacks hitting on 2s. Okay, so that's 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. I got 2 wounds. Fill faces. So looking for it's AP minus 2. So looking for 5 up. So he takes 1 damage. All right, so now the Aberrants are going to attack into there. So we're going to go 2 and 2. So we're going to go in the one that the Primus wounded over there first. So he's going to have 4 attacks there. Hitting on 2s because the Primus is there. All right. Wounding strength 5, toughness 6. So wounding on 5s. Got 1 wound. AP minus 2. 5 up. No, goes through. So that's D3 damage. 1 damage. And now the swings onto the undamaged one, hitting on 2s. So it's all hits. Wounding on 5s. You got 1 wound. AP minus 2. Goes through. D3 damage. 2 damage. And now the Patriarch is going to attack into his Leman Russ over here. So 6 attacks, hitting on 2s. Alrighty. Wounding on 5s. 6s are really hurting and re-rolling. Wow. Yeah, that's 3, 6, 9. Yeah, he is dead. So does he explode? No, he doesn't. So that is another dead Leman Russ. I'm just going to call you Leman Russ Killer. All right, now we're going to activate the Acolyte hybrids here. So we're going to go with the regular guys first. So they've got 2 attacks each with the claws, and then they're going to have an attack each with the cultist knife. So we've got 6 attacks here, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Strength 4, toughness 3, so looking for 3s to wound. We got 2 wounds, AP minus 1. 6 ups. No, so that's 2 dead. And then they've got 3 attacks with the cultist knives, hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound, AP nothing, so 5 up, and they're good. And then we're gonna go with the leader over here. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. All hits, wounding on 3s. That is 3 dead because it's AP minus 2. And now my Magus is gonna activate. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Got 1 wound, AP minus 1. A 5 up invul, he's good. And now the Commissar is going to attack back. Hitting on 2s.
4 times.
Wounding on 3s, right? Oh no, he's strength 3, so 4s. Got 2 wounds. AP minus 3, so those just go through. So these are D3 wounds, I believe, right? 4. Hold on a second. All right, so he's down to 2. Now the guardsman will activate. So he's going to come here.
Yep. Doing his best
to get closer there, and then these guys. Boop. All right, so we'll come back to you with that.
4s and 4s.
All right, so now these guys are going to go because of the priest being there. We've got 8 attacks coming in here. So hitting on 4s. Oh, I think that was my wound. And strength 3 wound on 4. So that's 2 wounds. 2 5-ups. Whoa, get back here. Make one of them. Now the 2 sentinels are going to go into the aberrants there. I got 1 hit.
1 wound.
1 wound. All right, so that's 1 wound. 6 up. No, goes through.
3.
So that is it for the fight phase. So now on to the battle shock morale phase. These guys lost 5 this turn. So they are within 12 of the commissar. So they lost 5. So leadership.
They don't lose anymore. On a 4+, they lose 1.
Okay, so 4+, they lose 1 guy because of the commissar. No, so they're good with 3 because they have a leadership 8 there. That's pretty good. So that is it for the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 2. So we will come back to you with the after movement phase for the Vostroyans here on turn 2. Okay, our bad. We looked it up, and he's. I know you probably already yelled at us, but he is actually leadership 7, so he lost the 1 guy for that. So that is it for the morale test. And as I said, we'll come back to you after their movement phase. All right, so movement phase here. These guys stayed in combat. These guys, did they move or they just shuffled? The 2 guys that aren't, they just shuffled except for the snipers, right? The snipers stayed still? Or did the snipers just stay still? Yeah, snipers stayed still. These guys shuffled around over this way. He stayed in combat, and these guys fell back out of combat over there. And that is it. Oh, and the ratlings came out over this way. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so his primary psyker is going to try to smite the patriarch. No. Oh, yes, 5. 5 is it. Yes. Yeah, 5 is good. So, but I'm going to try to deny it. And I do. Wow. And that is it for the psychic phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting off the shooting phase here, he is going to command them to repel the enemy, that Vostroyan awesomeness. So they are going to fire in here. So we got the flamer. 1 hit. 1 wound. 1 save. Woo! Now the heavy bolter.
1 hit.
That's 1 hit.
1
wound. 1 wound.
-1.
No save. And the frag grenade. So 4 shots. I got 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. Got 2 wounds.
Do it.
2 5-ups. No, failed them both, and they are dead. All right, the commissar is going to overcharge his plasma pistol over here. So he's going to hit hitting on a 2. Oh, no! So he is... Dude, the dice have been ridiculous. All right, the command squad's gonna go. The medic is going to try to heal a dude, bro. No, does not. The grenade guy is gonna shoot into my truck there. That is a hit. That is a toughness strength 6. 1 second. Yeah, it's tough 6, so that is a wound. So looking for a 5-up save. No, goes through. D3 damage.
3 damage.
3 damage. 3. 6 ups. No, those go through. And now the snipers are going to my magus. So there's 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. No wound. All right, so he is going to give the order to first rank fire, second rank fire into these guys here. So the heavy bolter is actually closer to the magus. So hitting on 4s. Got 2 hits, strength 5, so wounding on 3s. That is 1 wound, AP -1. So looking for a 5-up. No, goes through. Nah. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. And now the lasguns and the flamer are gonna go into him. The flamer first, 1 hit. No wound. Frag grenade, 6 shots. Here we go. These are going to be wounding on 5s.
So 4s and 5s.
No wounds there. I'm sorry, it was 4s to hit. I keep forgetting. And that is 1 wound. AP nothing. 1 second. All right, so it's a 4-up save. He's good with the fill phase. Woo! And now 24 lasgun shots coming in here, hitting on 4s. We'll come back to you with that. All right, and now wounding on 5s and 6s.
We're at 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, so we've got 6 saves. So 6 4-up saves. Failed 3 of them. And then I've got 3 6-up ignoring wounds because of my warlord trait. No, failed those 3. All right, so now the Primaris and his company commander are going to fire into my Primarch.
1 hit.
1 hit. Patriarch.
No wound.
No wound. And the Ratlings are going to shoot into my Sentinel, hitting on 4s.
4s and 5s.
I got 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Got 1 wound.
The 2-up save.
Yep. No, because he's not 50% obscured there. So he's looking for a 3-up save. He's good.
Alright, rattling.
And now his priest is going to fire into him. That's a hit, right? No wound. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. On to the assault phase. His company commander is going to charge into my Patriarch. His charge distance is 7. He's in. And now his Primaris Psyker is going to charge into my Magus. Psyker on Psyker violence. Here comes the Overwatch. Oh, that's a hit. He's been really good at that. Wounding on a 4. That's a wound. That is, what's his?
That is not a save.
Not a
so
save?
He'll take a wound.
All right, so he'll take a wound. Here comes his charge distance. Looking for 9. No, does not make it. And now his guardsmen are going to charge into my Magus. Looking for Overwatch. No, the opposite of that. And 6 inches is just out. We said he needed a 7-inch charge. Ooh, that's rough.
Swinging.
All right, so we've got Warlord on Warlord violence here in the fight phase.
4 rerollable.
He's
to
got
hit and
4
1 power.
rerollable power fist hits. So looking for
4s to hit.
4s to hit.
Rerollable.
Rerollable.
Thankfully.
Ooh, actually, one. Hold on a second. All right, so yeah, the 3 didn't count, the one that happened there. So he's got 3 hits though. So strength 6, right? So wounding on 3s. Got 3 wounds. All right. 3 5-up invul saves. Can he make it? Has he been praying to the forearm god that he is? Looking for it. 5-up invul saves. Oh, make 1. So D3 each. Okay, so we got 4 wounds.
You have to make 2.
I need to make 3 6-ups or he's dead. So I've only got 2 wounds left. If I can make 3 6-ups, he will be alive. So let's see. Looking for 6-ups. No, I make 1. So he is dead, and that is Slay the Warlord. All right, so that is it for the fight phase, and no one has to take morale phase. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here. He moved up towards the Ratlings over there. He stood still. They disembarked and moved up over here. He moved up over that way, and these guys moved up over that way, and these guys stood still. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, he is going to smite into his psyker. So looking for 5, getting it with 7. See if you can deny it. No, with a 6. So D3 wounds. 3 wounds, and he is dead. All right, so that's it for the psychic phase. Onto the shooting phase. This the truck is going to fire everything into the squad back here. So we're going to start with the heavy stubber, hitting on 5s because he's in the 2nd tier and didn't move. So got 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Got 1 wound. 4-up save. Good. And then the autocannons also hitting on 5s. We got 1 hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. The full face. 5 up. No, 1 dead. This squad's going to use their auto pistols into this squad. The Acolyte Hybrid is going to fire into this infantry squad. So we've got 5 auto pistols hitting on 4s. All right, so we got 4 hits, pretty good. Wounding on 4s. No wounds. Womp womp. Magus is going to fire his pistol into them. That's a hit. That is not a wound. Needle pistol from him into that sentinel. That is not a hit. These guys here, these neophyte hybrids are going to fire into his dude bro over here. So we're going to start with the mining laser hitting on a 4. Nope, no hit. And then 6 las cannon shots. Las gunshots, not cannon. I wish it was las cannon shots. That'd be nice. 2 hits, wounding on 6s. Got 1 wound. Ooh, and it goes through. little bit of overkill here. Las cannon into the ratlings. Hitting on a 5 because he moved. No hit. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. So moving on to the assault phase. These Acolyte hybrids are going to charge into his company commander. So his Overwatch here, frag grenade.
Frag grenade.
6 hits or 6 shots, not hits.
I wish they were.
Yeah, I wish they were hits. Hitting on 6s.
None.
None here. So their charge distance. Yeah, it's totally in.
No glory.
All right, in the world of no guts, no glory, my Magus is going to charge into his command squad over here. So, or no, I'm sorry, not the command squad, the infantry squad over here.
Flamer.
So the Flamer, 6 hits, not great. Wounded on 3s. All right, so we got 3 wounds. 3. This was a bad idea. 3 5-up saves. Yeah, no, he's made one of them. So yeah, he did. The Aberrants are going to charge into these 2 guys here. So they're Overwatch with the last cannons. Got 1 hit. 1 wound. That's going to go through. So D6 wounds. 2, which gets reduced by 1 damage. So it goes down to 1. So he's still alive. So the charge distance, yep, it's totally in. And then the Primus is going to charge in. Ooh, he's in just because I put him 1 inch away. And now my Sentinel is going to charge into his Ratlings. They got 1 hit. That is a wound. 3-up save. No, take a wound. Oh, jeez. Charge distance is totally in. All right, so these guys are going to attack into here. Actually, 3s to hit. So we're going to start with the heavy rock saw first. So he's got 2 attacks hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits. 3s to wound. Ooh, here we go. Oh wait, he's toughness, what is he?
T4.
T4, so he's strength 4. So that's strength times 2, so strength 8. So we got the 1 wound. I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll that other one. Oh. All right, and a 5-up invul. Oh, and he makes it. All right, so now we've got the rest of the guys there. So I've got the leader has 3 attacks. The other 3 guys have 2 attacks each. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All righty then. Strength 4, toughness 3, so wounding on... Oh, T4, that's right, because he's got the what is it, the relic armor there. So T4, so looking for 4s to wound. All right, so we've got 4 wounds. 1 is a 6, so that's going to be AP minus... 1 second. All right, so we got 3... so we've got 3 3-ups. Failed 1 of them, and then you've got 1 invul save, 5-up. No, so he takes 2 wounds. And now the knives are going to attack in. So hitting on 3s. Okay, all hits. Wounding on 4s. Oh, 2 wounds. So technically possible. No, he's good. Oh. Now the Primus is going to attack into his Sentinel back there. So hitting on 2s. All right, it's got 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. Got 1 wound. AP minus 2. 5 up. No, goes through. All right, so now I'm going to activate my Aberrants. 2 of them are going to attack into this Sentinel, and 1 of them is going to attack into the other Sentinel over there. So we're going to go with the 2 into the closer Sentinel, hitting on 2s because of the Primus there. All right, so that's all hits. Wounding on 5s. I got 2 wounds. AP minus 2.
I made 1.
He made 1, failed 1, so D3 wounds. If I see a 5 or 6, it's dead. No, get 1 wound. And now the last one into the other Sentinel. Got 2 hits. Got no wounds. Womp womp. And now my armored Sentinel is going to attack into his Ratlings. So I've got 1 attack hitting on 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. AP minus 1 because of the saw. And that is 1 dead Ratling. All right, so now he's going to swing back with his Warlord over here. Hitting on 2s, right?
I'm hitting on...
Oh, hitting on 3s, re-rolling, or hitting on 4s, right? Because you get the Power Fist. So re-rolling 1s and 2s, though. All right, so that 3 is a miss. That's 3 hits. Strength 6, so wounding on 2s. That's 3 wounds, and those go through, so there's going to be 3 dead guys. Now the Sentinels are going to go into the Aberrant. No hits there. And now the rat leans into my sentinel. Got 2 hits.
6 is to
6 is to wound. No, nothing there. All right, so that is it for the fight phase. On to the morale phase. These guys lost 3, so 3 plus 6. Oh, no. So yeah, one more guy is running away. And then the Ratlings lost 1 guy. So they've got 1 plus 3 is 4, so they are good to go. So that is it for the morale phase. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Astra Militarum here on turn 3. All right, movement phase here for the Astra Militarum. His Ratlings ran up the walls up here. These guys are coming around here looking on my dude bro there. These guys disengaged and split up like the jerks they are. and that is it. So we will come back to you. All Psychers are dead, so there are no more Psychers on the board. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so start of the shooting phase. His company commander is going to order himself to fix bayonets and punch my dude bro in the face there. So here comes his attacks. Hitting on 3s, but re-rolling, or hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s and 2s. All right, so that's 3 hits. Wounding on 2s. Got re-rolling 1 because of what was that?
Warlord trait.
Oh, the Warlord trait.
Honor duelist.
So that is 3 AP minus 3. So yeah, he did. Womp womp. All right, so now his command squad is going to activate. The medic is going to try to heal his Warlord there. For 4. No. Now the grenade launcher is going to fire into my truck there.
3 up.
That's a hit.
4 up.
That is a wound.
-1, so you need 5 up.
Looking for a 5 up. No, goes through.
For D3.
D3 wounds. 1 wound. 6 up. Rugged construction. No. And now the 2 snipers are going to fire into it, hitting on 4s because they moved. That is not a wound. All right, so he's going to give order of bring it down for this squad into this guy. So he's got 3 hits with the flamer. 3, yeah, so rerolling 1s to wounds. So that is 1 wound. Looking for a 4 up. That is a save. And now the last guns are going to fire into here. So looking for
4s and 6s, rerolling 1s to wound.
Rerolling 1s to wound. So looking for 6s. Got 1 wound so far. Got 1 wound. And he's good. Woo! And the heavy bolter.
Hits you twice.
Hits twice.
5s.
Looking for a strength 5, toughness 6. Yes, a 5's to wound. No wounds. Rerolling 1s though. No, still no wounds. Second squad here is going to fire into here, but without the order. So the flamer has 4 hits. Wounding on 5s. I got 1 wound. No, failed that. 6 up. No. 1 last pistol and 2 last gun shots.
1 hit.
1 hit.
No wound.
No wound. And 3 heavy bolter shots. 1 hit. 1 wound. 1 5 up. He's good. Woo! The priest is firing into the Goliath. That's a hit. That is a wound.
With the last pistol.
With the last pistol and a wound. Oh man. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, his company commander is going to charge into my Goliath truck there. So overwatching with the twin autocannons. Got 2 hits. All right. Strength 7, wounding on T4. So looking for 3s to wound. Got 1 wound. That is a save. And then the heavy stubber. Got 1 hit. No wound there. And his charge distance is, might not be in. No, he needed 3, so he is not in. That is, that's rough. And now the smaller guard squad's gonna charge into him. Overwatching with the twin auto cannons. No hits there. Heavy stubber. And I got 1 hit there. That's 1 wound. Oh, no save. All right, they need 7-inch charge, and they are in. And then the other squad needs 5 inches to get in, and they are in. All right, so there they go. They got in. They are within range of the priest, so they're going to have the extra attacks. 7 guys are in there. So we got 17 attacks coming in, hitting on 4s, and then wounding on 6s. We got 1 wound. 1 4 up. No, 6 up. No, Couldn't have been the other way around. And he has one attack that he is going to put into the smaller of the guard squads. So, yeah, exactly. Just trying to open up his door into that heavy bolter guy. So, looking for a, because he took the wound of the Overwatch there to the heavy bolter guy. So, looking for a 6. Show me that fill first. No, the opposite of it. So, that is that. So, the fight phase. I don't think anybody has any morale tests to take. Anyone who got into any kind of trouble is dead, except for him, but he's just one model. So, that is it for the Astra Militarum turn here. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult on turn 4. All right, so movement phase. He stood still. He stayed in combat. They moved up around that guy over there, and they stood still over here. So that is it for the movement phase. I've got no psychers, so we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so my Armored Sentinel is going to start us off by shooting into his Armored Sentinel, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 3. That is a wound. The fill first.
Do I have cover?
1 second. All right, so looking for a 6 up. No, goes through. So D6 wounds. 4 wounds, so he is dead. All right, so this squad here, the guns are going to fire into there because remember they've got their steps tools, and then the mining laser is going to fire into his Armored Sentinel over there. So we're going to go with the mining laser first, hitting on a 4. No hit. 6 las guns. We got 5 hits. Toughness 2, right? So wounded on 3s.
Correct.
We got 3 wounds. Plus 2 to their armor for that, right? So it becomes 4 ups. Veiled 1. And then needle pistol over there.
Strip that pay.
Nope. All right, so assault phase. The aberrants are charging in, but he failed on the Overwatch there. So their charge distance is totally in. And then the Primus is, good thing I keep putting him 1 inch away because otherwise he'd keep failing these rolls. All right, so starting out the fight phase with my my aberrants over there. So I've got 6 attacks between the 3 of them, hitting on 2s because of the Primus there. That one's cocked. All right, so that's 1 to miss. Wounding on 5s. Got one wound. B minus 2. Oh, and he makes it. Now my Primus is going to attack. All right, so that is 3 attacks. Wounding on 3 hits. Sorry, wounding on 5s. So that is 1 wound. That's good. And now my Goliath is going to activate into the smaller squad over there. No hit. All right, so now the other guys consolidate. Everyone's in here. He's got 24 attacks, looking for 4s. We'll come back to you with that. That's all the misses. So here we go. Here come the hits. Looking for 6s. We got 1. That's all it's going to need on a 4 up. No, it goes through. Can he ignore it on a 6 up? Oh, with the fill phase. Woo! So that is it for the anything. But their leadership is good on the rattling, so they are sticking there. And that is it for the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 4. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Vostroyans here on turn 4. All right, movement phase. These guys are just all conglomerating around my truck over here, trying to take it down. He backed out of combat over there, and these guys stood still over here. So that is it for the movement phase. No psychers left, so we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, he's going to give the order for repel the enemy to the smaller squad over there.
Right,
so, the Flamer at 6 hits.
Need 5.
Needs 5 to wound. Oh boy, got 2 wounds. 2 4 up saves. And I make one of them.
6 up.
6 up. Oh, and he does it again! Woo! Heavy bolter.
4s.
That is no hits. Frag grenade. 6 hits. Or 6 shots.
Yep.
Sorry, 6 shots. Hitting on 4s.
So
All right,
2.
it's 2. Looking for 6s. No, nothing there.
Repel the enemy.
And now the second squad's going to repel the enemy into here.
Flamer.
5 hits. Got 2 wounds. 2 4 ups. No, failed 1. Can I get this again? 6 up. Sturdy construction. No, it goes through. Does he explode though? I am going to spend a command point to re-roll that. Yeah, with the full face, it does explode. Oh, man. All right. So everybody here is within 6 inches. So we're going to start with the small infantry squad over here. D3 wounds. 3 mortal wounds. That's the squad, right? Oof. The bigger infantry squad. Just 1. Into his commander. 1.
Still alive.
Still alive. Into his priest. 2. And into his command squad. 2. All right, pretty good. That was brutal. That's how that. Yeah, that was crazy. I'm like, seriously, I've got 0 words, and anyone who knows me knows that when I'm just speechless, it means something very, 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 very serious. All right, so we will keep moving on. The command squad is going to activate, so he's going to do the medic onto his boss. He does, so he heals back the wound that he just took. So his grenade launcher guy is going to fire into these guys over here. So he's going to use the frag grenade. So 3 shots, hitting on 3s. So we got 1 hit, strength 3, wound down to 4. That's a wound. AP nothing. So looking for a 4 up. He's good. The Ratlings are going to fire into that squad, hitting on 3s. Yeah. Wounding on a 4. Oh, they're wounding on a 3. So that's a wound. AP nothing, 4 up. They're good with a fill face. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase, and nobody can assault. So we will, and I don't think anyone needs to take, do these guys need to take, what's their leadership? We're going to figure this out. Yeah, nobody who's still alive needs to take a leadership test. So that is the end of the Astra Militarum turn here on turn 4. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult on turn 5. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 5. He moved back there so we can get some line of sight up on there. These guys moved up over there. He moved into cover over there, and these guys stood still. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so he's going to start us off by shooting into him. He moves, so hitting on a 5. No, doesn't hit. And now this squad's going to fire into his armored sentinel over there. So we're going to start with the mining laser. That's a hit with a fill face. Wounding on a 3. Oh! That's a 2. 6 last gun shots. All right. Wounding on 6s. I got 1 fill face.
Yep.
And he's good. Needle pistol from the Primus into him. Nope. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. On to the assault phase. My aberrants are charging into his armored sentinel. So Overwatch here.
Yeah!
Oh, and it hits!
It's about time.
Oh, and that's a wound. So that's going to go straight through. So can't
guy.
not get the 1 kill there. So he's dead. And then their charge distance is totally in. All right, so they are in over there. Here we go, I'll just zoom in. Ooh, there you go. So they are in over there. They are going to be, they are within 6 inches of the Primus there. So they are going to be, because of the conga line, so they are going to be hitting on 2s. All right, 3 hits. It didn't make a difference because that was a 1. So wounding on 5s and 6s. Got 1. AP minus 2. 5 up. No, goes through. D3. If I can get a 5 or a 6 on this roll, he's dead. Here we go. Oh, 2 wounds. He's still alive. Oh, that's killer. That's so killer. And the Sentinel is going to attack back. Hits on a 5.
Wounding on a 3.
Wound on a 3. No wound there. So that is going to be it for the fight phase. And it for the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 5. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Astra Militarum on turn 5. All right, movement phase for the Astra Militarum. His Rattling Snipers stayed over there. These guys are all moving up over this way. And he fell back out of combat. So that's it for the movement phase. Moving on to the shooting phase. His company commander is going to command his command squad, right? To bring it down. And then the medic is going to try to bring back a guardsman. So looking for a 4 for that. No. And then his grenade launcher is going to fire into my aberrants over there. looking for a 3. That's a hit. Strength 6, looking for a 3. No wound. Yeah, bring it down. He reroll once to wound. Yeah, that's a wound. AP -1, so looking for a 6 up. Show me that fill first. No, goes through. D3 wounds. 2 wounds. -1, so he's down. He's still got 1 wound on him. All right, so now he is going to declare, what is it? First rank, second rank fire onto his infantry squad. So they're going to fire onto my aberrants. So this is the las guns here. So there's 3 las guns. First rank fire, second rank fire. So it's 2 hits.
And 5s to wound.
5s to wound. Got 1 wound. Looking for a 5 up. No, goes through. So he is dead. And now the heavy bolter hitting on 4s because it didn't move. All right, so that's 3 hits. Wounding on 1 second. 3s to wound. That's 2 wounds. AP -1, so looking for 6 ups. No, goes through, so it is dead. Ah, killer. And now his rattlings are gonna fire into my sentinel over there. So that's 2 hits. Looking for 6s to wound.
5 to wound.
Oh, 5s to wound, sorry. Strength 4, I was thinking there. So nothing wounds there.
Sure.
All right, so that is the end of the Astra Militarum turn here on turn 5. And that is the end of the game round here on turn 5. So we have to roll to see if this game is over. I have to roll because I went first. So on a 3 up, we go on to a turn 6. On a 1 or a 2, the game ends. So let's see what happens. Rolling. Oh, and we go on. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 6. All right, movement phase here. He stood still. These guys, except for the mining laser, moved up closer, so a few can get into rapid fire. And then he scampered around back there to get Linebreaker and hide over there like the true leader that he is. So that is it for movement phase. That's all I got left here. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting back here, the Sentinel's gonna fire into the Ratlings, looking for a 4 to hit. Keeps missing by 1. And now these guys over here are gonna fire into him. We're gonna go with the mining laser first, hitting on a 4. Oh, come on, I really need that one. All right, so now these guys are gonna fire. 4 of them got into rapid fire range. So here we go. 10 shots, hitting on 4s. All right, pretty good. Pretty good. Actually, probably very statistical. Wounding on, yeah, exactly statistical. So wounding on 6s, so looking for fill faces. Ugh, not a single one. Oh, that's killer. And that is the end of my turn. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Astra Militarum here on turn 6. All right, movement phase here for the Astra Militarum. These guys have moved up over this way. These guys shuffled over to the wall over here so they could see over here. And then he stood still. So that is it for movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. Rattlings here are going to shoot into the cultists, hitting on 4s because they moved. 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. That is a wound. 4 up save. No, goes through. All right, so he's going to order commands onto this command squad with fire on my target. So re-rolling 1s to hit, right? So first, the medic is going to make a guardsman come back. He does. And then the grenade launcher is going to fire what?
Frag grenade at
Frag grenade into the cultists over here. 6 shots. Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling 1s. Re-rolling those 1s. Oh man, it couldn't have been 2s. Oh no.
6 hits.
6 hits.
4s to wound.
Wounding on 4s.
That's going to be 4 wounds.
We got 4 wounds.
Yep.
4 4-ups. And I make 3 of them. And now he's going to give first rank fire, second rank fire to the guardsmen who are going to fire into my cultists over here. So we're going to go with the
2, 4, 6, 8.
So we got 8 lasgun shots. 4s and 4s. All right. And then 4s. That's pretty above average. He'll take that. Oh man, that's really above average. So 4 4-ups. And I make 2 of them. Ooh. Heavy bolter.
No hits.
No hits. And because he's closer to these guys, he's going to shoot the last cannon. No hit. All right, so that's the end of the turn here. So these guys need to take a leadership test. They lost 4 guys, so here we go. They've got a leadership of 8 right now, so if I roll a 4 or less, they're fine. 5 or 6, somebody's running away. So here we go. Roll in the morale. 2, they're good. So that is the end of the turn here. So, as of right now, it's tied. We've got we've killed 7 units each. I got First Blood. He got Slay the Warlord, and we both have Linebreaker right now. So here it comes. You get to roll now, sir. On a 4-up, it becomes. We go on to turn 7. Oh, and we do.
All right.
Oh man! So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 7, and this is going to be the last turn. All right, movement phase. He stood still. They stood still, and he moved around back over there so that he is out of line of sight and trying to stay alive like all true Genestealer Cult leaders should. So that's it for that. We're going to come back to you with the shooting phase.
Tell the truth.
All right, starting over here. Last cannon into the ratlings. Needs a 4 to hit. Come, you cool. Why? And now these guys are going to fire into his sentinel. His sentinel. Going with the mining laser first, hitting on a 4. Oh, what? Okay, 4 shots from the las guns. Oh,
1 hit.
1 hit. Technically all I need. Looking for a fill face?
Please.
No! Oh, this is bad. This is real bad. Oh, I cannot. There's no way I'm doing that. Technically, yes.
This is the only
Not gonna happen, though. Well,
your only hope of.
all right. Hold on a second.
Sorry to put you in this.
All right. So, they're gonna charge into his sentinel. Overwatch. Okay. At least that didn't happen. That would have been rough. They need a 10-inch charge. Can they do it? Oh, I saw that 4. I was open for the fill phase, but no. So they didn't make it. So at this point, I'm hoping for a tie. Let's see what we can do. All right, we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Astra Militarum here on turn 7. All right, movement for the Astra Militarum. These guys all moved up this way. He stood still back there. These guys stood still where they are. So that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. So first things first, he is going to declare, what is it? Fire my target to the command squad there. So first the medic. Does he bring back a guardsman? He does. And then the grenade launcher is going to fire into these guys over here. 5 shots.
Rolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s because it's firing my target. Looking for 3s. Ooh, don't even need it. Wounding on 4s. All right, so we got 3 wounds. That's enough. So 3 4-ups. Oh, and I make 1. Still alive! And now he's gonna cast. I keep saying that. He's gonna order them first rank fire, second rank fire into my lone cultist over there.
I just want to take 1 second. I'm Vostroyan.
And because they're Vostroyan, they are actually in rapid fire range. So we've got, what is that gonna be? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 20 shots, right?
20, yes.
20 shots. They're going to be coming in here. It's all good. Math is hard. It is hard. Especially after a game like this. It's very hard. All right, so 20 shots.
4s and 4s.
Hitting on 4s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. Now wounding on 4s. Oh boy. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Saves.
5 wounds. If I can make 5 4-ups, he'll shoot me with a heavy bolter. But...
And then a las
and then a las cannon. But I'll make him have to shoot me. So here we go. 4-ups. Show me them 4-ups. No, he is definitely dead. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the game because that is the 8th kill point. He's got Linebreaker, and he's got Slay the Warlord, giving him 10 points to my 7 kill points. Plus First Blood, which is 8 kill points. Oh, and Linebreaker, which is 9 kill points. So 10 points to 9 points. That was a killer game. That was so close and so awesome. Your Sentinels just kept surviving close combat with the Aberrants over and over again. Oh, so awesome. That was such a good game. That was such a good game. Because in the beginning, I saw that. I was like, all right. You know, I saw the tanks, and I was like, that's going to be real trouble for my truck. It's going to be real trouble for my Sentinel. I don't have a lot that can handle this except for, superpowered dudes. So I was like, listen, if I can somehow tie them up in close combat, that's my best bet. That's what I needed to do. And sure enough, I was able to pull it off, which made this such a close, awesome, fun game.
When you
so,
popped the Demolisher on turn
yeah.
1, I was worried.
Yeah, worried with the Demolisher being popped on turn 1.
And then the
very worried when the other one.
Up and squared up.
That's true. Yeah, as my patriarch came through and just slaughtered Lehman Russ after Lehman Russ as he just strode across the battlefield. His Lord Commander stands up, looks him right in the eye, and then punches him right in the face and takes him down with the power fist. It was that was awesome. So this was a hell of a fun game. I had so much fun. This was so good. Those new rules for the Astra Militarum are no joke. That was a lot of fun, and it was really cool seeing the Vostroyans in action like this. So I really hope you guys all enjoyed it as much as I did. I certainly did. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Harris, and until next time, have fun.